two teams played here last year at Haas Pavilion, and it was not even close. Cal 90-58. We'll see if it's a little tighter here this afternoon. Lola Donez tracks down the opening tip. She's in the starting lineup for the third time this season, with Shepard being scratched. And here we go, underway from Haas Pavilion. Try to get it on inside to Walker, who has been very strong and consistent inside for the Cal Bears, but knocked out of bounds.
When we've seen Cal start games in this way, they look to go straight into the post on that first possession and establish that presence down low.
Morris gets it inside to Barnes, and Barnes travels with the basketball, so an early turnover here. Now St. Mary's, they come in their best start in a number of years. 2015 is the last time they started a season 5-0, but two of those wins did come against sub-Division I competition, Ashley.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really good test for St. Mary's this afternoon. Cal is the best opponent that they've faced so far this season.
Their calling card is defense. They've allowed the third fewest points per game so far in the country this season, and a strong take and make there to get it started for Latu.
Latu just hung in the air there, did a great job keeping her eyes on the rim and finishing.
And you'll notice that the St. Mary's Gaels right now in a 1-3-1 defense, they will play that quite often. And we talked to Jeff Cameron right before tip-off. He said, hey, we'll switch it up. We want to give a different look every time. In fact, he said his team practiced here in this gym yesterday, and Sharman Smith pulled him aside and said, so what are you going to run him on? He said, you'll have to wait to find out.
He said, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Morris inside for Walker. And Sakima Walker doing what she does. She gets it in the post. It's going to be a problem for anybody, and St. Mary's might not have the size to really to control that.
Yeah, that right-hand hook is so silky smooth for Sakima Walker.
Three ball no good for Jada Hunter. And last touched by Cal. St. Mary's will have it with 20 on the shot clock. Sakima Walker.
Yeah, just a great job establishing her presence down low, and just an easy little bunny hook shot down there in the paint.
Hunter gets it in for Clark. Sophomore gives it right back. A little miscommunication there. The Gaels nearly throw it away. Addie Whedon controlling the ball. Now, she did not play in the matchup here last year. She sat out all last season with an ACL injury. And they're happy to have her back and healthy. Shot clock down to 1. And the Gaels are not going to get a shot away. So the Gaels, I talked about their scoring defense, third in the nation, but offensively, they struggle to score the basketball. Their highest points in a game this year is 56.
Yeah, well, they're a type of team that likes to score in transition, create offense from their defense.
By the way, the 56 against D1 opponents is the most they've scored. And here's a look at the numbers. And you see that defensive rating with the 45 per game, third best in the nation, leads their conference. If you take a deeper dive, though, and look at actually defensive rating, they're 21st in the country, which is still impressive. But that takes into account how many points you're giving up per 100 possessions. So it kind of equalizes it versus just straight points per game. Trying to get it inside to Walker again, and you see that size advantage right there. Nothing really Latu can do. You got 5'8" trying to defend 6'5".
Well, and that's how you get a team out of a zone, is you pick it apart, and obviously Sakima Walker has a size advantage. That's a really good look for Cal.
Whedon gets to the free throw line and knocks it down.
St. Mary's has to be so happy to have Abby Whedon back healthy. She is an all-around player. She touches every part of the stat sheet for them.
They're part of the Whedon trio of girls that have all worn the St. Mary's uniform. And we'll get a whistle as Walker gets banged inside. Her sister Ella is also on this Gaels team, and we'll likely see her on the floor as well. And then the oldest sister, Tacey Whedon, she is the all-time career leader in made three-pointers in St. Mary's history.
It looks like the little sis got something to try to live up to there.
Puff Morris, reigning ACC Rookie of the Week misses on that three-point try. There's a nice buzz in this building here this morning. Latu for Whedon. The shot clock down already to 7 as Hunter, that's a two-man game, two-woman game. The drive and then the dish by Hunter to set up Clark for the bucket.
That's a great job by Hunter there, breaking down the defense, getting in the paint, recognizing where the defense is at.
Great ball rotation by the Bears to find Twidale for the open three.
Lulu Twidale knocks down that first wing three of the game. That's a good sign for the Bears.
I joked with Lulu before the game. I chatted with her after she got some warm-up shots up, and I said, oh, somebody's got their groove back, and she just kind of smiled. She was struggling to start this season, but now coming alive. 4 makes the last time out against Harvard. Hits the first one today, and now the Gaels are going to give the basketball right back to the Bears.
It's a great job. Walker recognizes the one more pass. Lulu knocks down that wing three. That is her money spot.
And out of the stoppage, Puck Morris is going to take a break. Gisela Mall will check in for the first time here this afternoon. Actually, it's not even this afternoon. It's still morning. This morning, Walker inside. 11:39 a.m. local time here on the West Coast. Hunter to Shaw. St. Mary's will not be in a hurry. Using all the clock to get that shot up, but cannot get it to go. And here come the Bears, going right back inside to Walker. And how about that little move? She got Whedon going the wrong way and then had nothing in front of her but the net.
And St. Mary's has had no answer for Sakima Walker in the paint. Love that the Bears are taking advantage and continuing to go into her.
It's a 7-0 run here for Cal. Walker's got 8 of the 11. Donna is staying in front, forces the miss by Latu. Well, Twidale was trying to go across court. I think that just slipped out of her hands. Clark in transition, and Edie Clark able to roll it in. And nobody picks up Walker. Not sure what the defensive breakdown there was, but Donna smartly gets it right inside, and Sakima Walker
be able to, talk a little bit of mess to the other coach and have props for the rest of the year. That's going to be a fun one.
It is interesting, by the way, that after this game, both of them are going to be traveling to Frisco, Texas, just outside of Dallas for the Hoop Fest tournament that's being played there. There's no chance of them playing each other. They already have their opponents locked in. There's a total of 9 teams going, but I asked both Sharman and Jeff before the game, I'm like, did you guys plan that? Like, let's go to Dallas? And they both said it's a happy coincidence that they're ending up in the same place. Longarita has checked in off the bench and forces the Gaels to give it up, and now they nearly do actually give the basketball up. Longarita making her presence felt defensively there. Some good minutes out of Claudia.
And that's the depth that we talked about with the Bears, is that Sakima Walker goes to the bench, but there's no drop-off. Longarita comes in, already making an impact.
Barnes going right inside to Claudia. Cannot get it to go, and the rebound pulled down by Afiaki. Melisungu Afiaki. And we'll get an offensive foul here. And that foul is on Melisungu Afiaki, and that's going to be the final time I say her first name on the broadcast today.
Yeah, that's a great job there. Puff Morris pushing through the screen, getting over the top, being aggressive. Ball's going the other way.
Second foul of the quarter on the Gaels. Oh, that is a beautiful bounce pass by Twidale to set up Langarita for the bucket. Bears are dominating the paint. They've got 12 paint points. They've made 7 of their 9 shots so far. So they are 6 of 7 in the painted area because 1 of 2 from downtown. And answered by the Gaels to get it back to a 5-point lead. They don't have the firepower really on the St. Mary's team to try to climb out of a big hole, so they're going to need to try and win this on the defensive end and slow down this Bears attack. But I don't know how you can handle the inside game of the Bears. Just keep trying to pound it into the paint, Ashley, and why not?
Well, yeah, if you're St. Mary's, the guards have to be active. You have to make it hard on the Cal guards to be able to see in the paint in that way, right? You got to pressure them. And then if you're in the post, side denial, push them off the block. Those are the type of things that you got to do to try to disrupt Cal's offense.
Langarita, first free throw attempt for the Bears here this morning. It's the first missed free throw for Claudia this year, but the Bears get the offensive rebounds. 3 won't go, but Claudia gets it to go on the second chance try. Well, actually, technically the third chance try. Got a foul here on Puff Morris as Puff was holding Heischmann-Orr. Heischmann-Orr. So they've got, they got some names here. Moriana Heischmann-Orr. Great job by Twidale saying, hey, if you're not going to do anything with the basketball, I'll take it. Extra pass by Maul, no. Twidale an offensive rebound. Feed inside for Maul, and she'll get that one on the doorstep to go.
The Bears doing a great job of moving the basketball, cutting. They're really active here so far.
4 second chance points in the game now for the Bears. Cal doubling up the Gaels. Foy able to get around Maul for that bucket. Emily Foy, one of 3 Aussies on this Gaels roster. Morris, that is a great pass inside for Langarita.
Great job by Morris recognizing there's no backside help in that zone. Everybody's so high up to the elbow line.
Cal has 9 assists on their 10 makes.
And that's super impressive. If you're a coach, you love that stat. That means they're moving the basketball, they're sharing it, and they're getting great shots.
And Cal just closing it down on the defensive side of things as well. They can hold for the final shot here this quarter. Sharman Smith yelling out instructions from near midcourt just off your screen. Morris gets it for Twidale. Lulu fakes a 3, goes right back inside. Langarita gets blocked from behind. And Claudia is going to have an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
And that's exactly what Lulu Twidale knocking down that first 3 does for their offense. She has 2 defenders flying out at her and then just drops it off to Langarita. Easy basketball. Yeah, right there. She gets both defenders and just drops it off in the paint. Langarita has a smaller defender on her, gets herself to the free throw line.
Unable to knock it down, though. That foul was whistled against Krakowski. Excuse me, it was against Heischmann-Orr, not Krakowski, and that's the 3rd on Heischmann-Orr. St. Mary's is going to have to hurry. 4 seconds. Hunter gets it across midcourt, lets it fly at the buzzer, and that will close out the opening quarter. And the Bears feeling pretty good about the way things went. Offensively, 10 of 14 from the field. Defensively, the Lakers back in the Shaq and Kobe era. Yet to see him at a game, but hoping we're going to see him here this season, Ashley.
Oh, I'm sure.
And bad turnover there by Hunter. She didn't want to travel, but she just gives up the basketball. St. Mary's has been fueling this Cal Bear offense. And credit the Bears for really flexing some defensive muscle of their own here this morning. We go right back inside to Walker, kick out for Donez. And they're going to get an offensive foul here against Lola Donez, as Abigail Schaaf had set up camp and draws the charge.
Schaaf gets out there to close out on Donez. That's the help side defense that St. Mary's needs to see more of.
And I stand corrected, that was actually Emily Foy that drew the foul. Sometimes when the hair obscures the number, it's a little hard and you end up guessing. That is Emily Foy now on the offensive end getting the bucket. Emily Foy, one of 6 Gaels players that did play in the matchup between these two teams in this building last season. That time it's Barnes getting the assists from Walker.
That's Taylor Barnes, a big, long, 6-foot guard, has the size advantage most of the time on the guard's end, does a great job there in the paint.
Foy with the turnover, so St. Mary's right now, that's already 6 turnovers against the Gaels.
As Taylor Barnes, just a bigger body, seals the defense and finishes. She's so long. She said, let me get a little piece of those paint points.
Right now, the floodgates are open inside. Barnes tries a 3. St. Mary's, a little crossover move right there by Latu, and she'll draw the foul. That's a nice little crossover out of Malia Latu.
Yeah, just.
I guess it came after Puff fell down. I thought the crossover made her fall down, but Puff kind of fell beforehand. In any case, Latu's to the free throw line. St. Mary's 0 for 2 at the line. Malia Latu has played for 3 WCC schools now that she's wearing the St. Mary's uniform. Played the last 2 years at Santa Clara. Before that was at USF. Started her college career at Skyline College, and from not too far away in East Palo Alto.
Yeah, very well traveled and brings a wealth of experience team.
Man, is it well traveled though? All the schools are within a half an hour of each other.
Solid point.
I kid. Morris out of the corner, right back to Donez. Takes it with 5 on the shot clock, can't get it to go. Walker gets an offensive rebound. St. Mary's doing a better job of trying to close things down inside. The Bears work it outside. The 3 goes in and out. The rebound pulled down by Schaaf. Whedon fakes the pass, then does send it into the corner, but ends up traveling in the process. 7th turnover of the game against the Gaels. So Whedon will take a seat. Maul gets it away to Barnes. They do break the pressure. Walker. And Walker draws the foul. Got that one a little bit deeper. She was out near the elbow when she took that pass. So they're forcing her out a little bit, but she's going to go to the free throw line anyway.
Yeah, Jeff Cammon's yelling at his guards, come over, help, help, help. You got to have 2 people there as soon as she catches the basketball, otherwise it's too late.
Walker first trip to the free throw line this morning. Knocks down the first. And Sakima has really started to find her groove at the free throw line. Started the year a little bit shaky, but with those 2 makes, she's now 11 of 19 on the season. So finally on the right side of 50%. Hunter for Clark. Gaels do not shoot a lot of threes. They only make 4.4 per game so far this season, so that's not going to be their recipe to get back in. But getting to the free throw line isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, and that's what you do. You attack the paint on a ball reversal. I don't know about that. The bump, but either way, she's going to the free throw line. But that's a great, or excuse me, she's not going to the free throw line. But that's a great job attacking the defense on a ball reversal. Yeah,
my fault. They called that a non-shooting foul. She had it on the floor, and the Bears only 3 fouls so far in this quarter. And Cal forces another takeaway. Twidale closed out on quickly. Inside for Walker. It's a great job of drawing the defense and taking the bucket at the hoop.
Yep, that's exactly what you do. You loop around under the basket when your guard drives at you. Beautiful pass by Lulu Twidale.
Schaaf got the screen from Clark and able to splash in the jumper from the elbow. First points of the game for Schaaf. Twidale inside, Barnes, not a Walker. Johnson Musa into the game, then into the scoring column.
Sakima Walker so dominant down there, recognizes the double team, kicks it out. The offense is really rolling for Cal so far.
Get a whistle here out near midcourt. It's going to be on Isis Johnson Musa.
Ball fake, gets to the middle of the court, up and under move, hangs in the air and finishes.
And the freshman out of Detroit hasn't played a ton of minutes, but make no mistake, she can ball, and she's a big part of what Sharman Smith has in store long term. Highly recruited out of Detroit. She had at least 22 D1 scholarship offers before she decided on choosing the Cal Bears.
She's dishing out the assist. She already has 5 for the game.
Career high in her brief time wearing the Bears uniform is 6. She's going to blow past that today. Twidale gets it inside. Ojukwu, and the gates are open inside. Cal just has too much size for St. Mary's down there.
Well, and the St. Mary's guards have to do a better job pressuring the basketball. Cal's guards are just picking them apart up top.
26-16 in favor of the Bears in the paint. And St. Mary's gets 2 back, but if they're going to figure out a way to make this a game, they're gonna have to figure out a way to shut that down. And then when you do focus on it, oh yeah, Lulu can also kill you from outside.
Well, I just had to put my chin up a little bit and see, because she was pretty far back from that 3-point line there.
Lulu's starting to feel it. Second make for her from downtown in this game. Johnson Musa forces the Gaels to pass the basketball away, and now we'll get a whistle. Let's go back to Cal on their last 2 offensive possessions. First, Lulu getting a dime.
Yeah. 3 steps off the three-point line. That doesn't matter. Lulu Twidale is lights out from beyond the arc.
And Lulu, a native of the Sunshine Coast in Australia. And I asked her before the game, you know, how well do you know these 3 Aussie imports that St. Mary's has on their roster? And she said that she has been in some national camps with them, but wouldn't really say that she has much of a relationship with any of them. And, you know, I think a lot of people in the States who haven't ever been to Australia don't really realize how big Australia is. I mean, we're not talking about Rhode Island. We're talking about a giant continent. So, yeah, just because they're all from Australia, it doesn't mean they know each other. But the basketball circles do run in sync with each other there, just like they do here.
And we're seeing so much international talent in the college game today.
Bears put the clamps on St. Mary's here. Gaels able to get a couple of there from Abigail Schaaf.
Schaaf has been able to knock down a couple of those mid-range jumpers. She has really nice touch there along that elbow area.
Bears have made their last 4 shots, and a little bit too much on that pass from Twidale to Johnson Musa. Can I just start calling her IJM, or should we go with ISIS? I think ISIS is also good. I mean, Johnson Musa's a lot to say. And I have a feeling we're going to be saying her name a lot as her career goes on. Clark nearly turned it over. Two, picked up the dribble and then traveled with the basketball. 10 turnovers now and counting for St. Mary's.
And I think that just so far as the game has gone on, everybody's going to talk about the offensive Cal, and rightfully so. But also the defense has been impressive. Like you said, 10 turnovers that they've forced so far really have not let St. Mary's get into a rhythm at all.
Morris. Walker wisely passes out of it. Langarita's foot was on the line. And the Gaels get a much-needed stop. Schaaf thought about it, instead puts it on the deck. Hunter got the screen from Clark, can't get it to go. Clark an offensive rebound, rejected by Walker. Sakima, career-high 3 blocks against Harvard in the win here the other night.
Just straight up, finds the ball, swats it right out of bounds.
18 to shoot for St. Mary's. Get a whistle here and an and-one opportunity for Georgia Grigoropoulou. Georgia, an import from Greece.
The up and under move gets under Langarita's arm, able to draw the contact.
Good job of not dragging that pivot foot. Walker with the rebound. Just the 2nd rebound today for Sakima, but she hasn't had a lot of opportunities to get offensive rebounds because everything they've thrown up has gone in. And we'll get a loose ball tie-up here, and the possession arrow favors Cal.
That was the first miss of the afternoon for Sakima Walker.
Twidale has not missed from downtown in this game. She is locked in. Quick take and a block, but also a foul. And I'm not sure they're going to call it on Donez. I wasn't sure if they were going to give it to Walker or Donez. So Lola Donez picks up the foul.
Just steps back off of that screen. As soon as it leaves her hand, she knows that's going in. Sharman Smith gives her the nod, say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Lulu 3 for 3 from three-point range, and now 71 made threes away from being the all-time leader. Is it 71, or is my math bad? Because I had it in the notes, it said she needed 74 coming into the game. So I'm gonna have to double check that number. In any case, she's closing in.
Very much so, and we talked about it to start the season. We were hard on her. She's got to knock down shots, and that's what she's doing. She put her head down, got in the gym, got shots up, and this is a Lulu Twidale that we've known to shoot the basketball.
Led the ACC in three-point percentage last year, was second in makes behind Ioana Cremili, and the Bears turn it over. Just the 6th turnover by Cal in this opening half. If you're St. Mary's, you'd love to get a bucket here, get a stop, get another bucket, go into the locker room down 10, maybe down 9, and at least feel like you got a shot of chipping away at this in the second half. And how about that? Heishman Orr able to bank it in.
Yeah, see right here, St. Mary's has got to pressure the ball a little bit more. Cal's just picking them apart from up there.
And another turnover by Cal, so St. Mary's trying to chip away. Hunter gets past Twidale, and St. Mary's will get one more offensive possession on top of it. They get it back to a 10-point game.
And that's a score, stop, score, and now you go into the locker room with a manageable deficit.
Well, how about a score, stop, score, stop, score? That's what they're going for. We'll get a whistle here. They had a foul to give. They have a couple of fouls to give, actually.
And then you see him force the turnover there, get out in transition, steal a bucket there, and before you know it, it's a 10-point game now.
Only 2 fouls whistled against Cal, or St. Mary's, excuse me, in this quarter. Langarita out of the corner. All right, so they get the score, stop, score, stop. Can they finish with one more score? St. Mary's content to let the clock wind down here. Heishman Orr gives it up for Clark. Now inside for Whedon. Excuse me, that wasn't Whedon. That was Grigor Apulu with the bucket. And
help side in the zone is going to be huge for St. Mary's. They cannot play Sakima Walker one-on-one down there in the paint. They have to do it as a unit.
So here we go. St. Mary's on offense to start this second half. They flirt with a turnover. Now Hunter will reset. St. Mary's, the 18th slowest team in terms of pace in Division I. They are not in a hurry. They put an emphasis on getting good shots, and Abigail Schaaf gives them just that.
Schaaf works so well in the middle third of the court. She loves that elbow jumper.
Morris, meantime, to pull up 3. And St. Mary's already has it back to a 2-possession game, trying to get it even closer. Cal led it by 16 late in that second quarter. Whedon for Clark. It's a nice entry pass. Hunter baseline drive and able to hit it, and we're down to a 4-point margin.
Hunter does a great job attacking the baseline, stops on a dime, pops, knocks down the jumper.
Barnes. Twidale puts it on the deck, gets inside. They're gonna give her the bucket. They're giving her the foul. Sharman Smith is, I haven't seen a signal yet. Sharman Smith is, now the officials pointing to the baseline out of bounds. They're not gonna give her the shot. No free throws, they say she wasn't shooting it. Sharman not happy with that. Tyler Trimble, Trevor Inoyu, and Lauren Niamira, the officials here today. Get a whistle here as Edie Clark will pick up the foul. So that's 2 quick ones against St. Mary's.
Yeah, they pick up the foul there, but that's exactly what I was talking about with pressuring the basketball. They're running 2 at the guards on the wing. They got their hands up, they're active. That makes it a little bit more difficult for Cal to pick them apart.
Walker follows her own miss, adds to the rebound and second chance total. Sakima Walker has 16 in the game.
And St. Mary's just has not had an answer for her down there on that low block.
She's hit 7 of 9, all of them coming in the paint. Bears needed that bucket. Shaw pulls up, can't get it to go. Clark, a second chance rebound. Latu spins on Barnes. Finally forces it up, can't get it to go. Clark, another offensive rebound. And she feeds the cunning Hunter for the bucket. Puff Morris is having a hard time seeing shots go in today. 0 for 3 from the field. All of them have been trifectas. St. Mary's can get it down to a single possession. Cal has won 15 straight non-conference home games, going back to the season before last, and they are on the ropes right now in the third as Whedon knocks down the triple, and it's a 1-point game.
That's a big 3 for Whedon there.
Twidale answer won't go. Walker, the ball actually bounced off of her face as it took a strange deflection off of her hand first. Cal trying to get the basketball. Barnes had a hand on it for a minute, but instead it's a bucket by Shaw. And St. Mary's has come all the way back from 16 down to take the lead midway through quarter number.
Full advantage of that.
You see the number for Cal. They've made just 2 of their last 9 shots. St. Mary's has hit 8 of its last 10. Cal out of that timeout, needing a bucket in the worst way. This is the second time St. Mary's has had the lead today. They led by 2 briefly early on in this one. Twidale picks up the dribble, throws it off the underside of the backboard. Maul kicks it out for Donez. And Donez can't get it to go. The rebound by St. Mary's. Hunter attacking Twidale, draws the foul. So Hunter's gonna head to the free throw line. It's the second personal on Twidale. And second of the quarter on the Bears. Talked about this at the top. 2 schools only separated by, per my GPS, 8.5 miles. Although in the Bay Area, that's about a 45-minute drive.
Or longer.
Cal ran Jeff Cammon's team out of the gym here last year. Knocked down 14 threes in that win. And the Gaels get the lead up to 3. It's a 9-0 run, 24-5 overall. And this is the largest lead of the game for the Gaels, and now Cal will give the basketball right back.
Just untimely turnovers for Cal. They got to take care of the basketball and get good shots. It's easy to get lackadaisical when the team is playing a zone and force up a lot of threes. They got to continue to get back to what was working for them, and that's attacking the paint.
Hunter gets it to Schaaf. She'll take the long two, and Abigail Schaaf has made 5 of her 6 shots in this game.
Long live the mid-range game. Abigail Schaaf is so good in the mid-range. It's not something we see too much in the college game.
Twidale trying to get it to Langarita, and it's taken away by the Gaels. Hunter picked up the dribble. Clark comes in and then shovels the feet. So but would love to be. And you see the just long list of Wooden Award Watch players that are in the conference this year. It is a great year for the ACC. Out of the timeout. Cal needing to stop the bleeding here and turn the ship around. Walker for Barnes. And Barnes knocks down the 3. So St. Mary's has taken away the paint. So Cal doing a better job of getting some good looks from outside back to 2-point game.
Yeah, that same side help from St. Mary's. You just can't do that. Sakima Walker kicks it back out. Barnes knocks down a much-needed 3 for Cal.
That ended a scoring drought of nearly 4 minutes for the Bears. No good, one and done for St. Mary's as Walker pulls down the rebounds. Barnes has that blocked, and here come the Gaels. Boy, get an offensive foul call. Grigoropoulos. It's the 3rd foul of the quarter on St. Mary's, so now Cal with a chance to tie it back up or go back in front. Maul. Walker inside, and Walker pushed off, uses that offhand to try and get a little bit of space. So Sakima whistled for her first foul of the afternoon, and it is now afternoon, by the way, officially. (15-5) in the quarter for St. Mary's. A jumper no good. Walker pulls down her 6th board of the game. Puff Morris has matched a career high with 6 assists here this afternoon, but is yet to score. Puff draws the foul there. That'll be the 4th of the quarter on St. Mary's, so no free throws yet.
Good job there, Puff, continuing to be aggressive. Hasn't seen a shot go down yet, but able to get to the free throw line. It's a great way to open the floor up for yourself to see one go through on the free throw line.
Latu will check out as that was her 3rd personal. They're actually saying that Puff was in the act of shooting there. It's mind-boggling sometimes because I would have thought that was on the floor, and they take Lulu's away earlier in the game. And Puff remains looking for her first point of this early afternoon. Schaaf, little spin move and can't get it to go. Barnes, good job of defending without fouling. Again, the Bears trying to tie it up or go in front. Morris gets it inside of Walker. It's a new career high for Morris with her 7th dime. And Walker's got 18 points in the game.
And Puff just threads that needle, gets it right on a dime to Sakima Walker. Really nice pass.
It's also a career high for Sakima for scoring in a game. Heishman-Orr drives inside, draws the whistle. And they'll get that foul on Puff Morris. It's her 2nd.
Yeah, just threads that needle real quick, touch pass. Walker finishes, keeps it high.
A little bit dangerous, but she did it quick enough. And the free throw no good by Heishman-Orr. St. Mary's 5 of 9 at the free throw line this afternoon, make it 6 of 10. Twidale. Lulu able to draw a whistle. St. Mary's is over the limit, so Lulu's going to head to the free throw line. Twidale has not been to the charity stripe yet today.
Good job there, forcing the issue, going into the body of the defender. Force the refs to get in that position, have to make the call.
Lulu having an excellent year at the free throw line. Made 17 of 19 on the season. So the Bears back in front in a game that has become very interesting. Shaw loses the handle, but last touched by the Bears. 13 to shoot for St. Mary's. The Gaels did practice in this building yesterday, but slept in their own beds last night, given the proximity. Well, that's a nice baseline out of bounds play, but Clark couldn't make the Bears pay. Twidale, quick release from deep, won't go. Last touched by the Gaels. Jeff Cameron is going to shuffle his lineup a little bit here. He's going to get Hunter back on. O'Hari's on as well now for this final 33.7. Morris gets it inside of Walker, who is promptly fouled, and Sakima will go to the free throw line. Bears are 6 of 10 at the charity stripe here this afternoon. We already mentioned Cal will head to the Dallas-Fort Worth area after this game. We'll take on Grand Canyon University and then Auburn in their 2 games at the Hoop Fest Classic out there in Frisco, Texas. Jeff Cameron telling us that he thinks Sharma Smith is not going to necessarily come back with the team because they play Wednesday and the Cowboys have a home game on Thanksgiving as always. Cal gives the basketball right back. Oh, and wide open underneath. That's a nice find. Heishman-Orr is all alone and St. Mary's ties it back up. Final chance here for the Bears. Twidale's going to have to hurry, gets it away, but not in time. And that's how the quarter will end, and we're going to quarter number 4.
True to how they defend the basketball. It started off a little rocky for the Gaels, but they stuck with it, and they've really been able to cause problems for Cal's offense.
Morris inside, Walker, and Sakima Walker able to get it to go over 2 Gaels.
That's a big, strong move in there by Sakima Walker. Has 2 defenders on her, still able to finish.
Foy, now Whedon. Whedon can't get it to drop. Rebound pulled down by Maul. Now the Bears trying to get a little bit of separation. This is what they've done to teams. They get it inside of Walker. Clark gets a hand on it, and it's going to be St. Mary's basketball. Nice defense by Clark. This is what we've seen the Bears do. We've seen them go on surges in second halves of games that were dicey, and then all of a sudden they open things up late.
Well, that's the tale of a good team. The game's not over until the buzzer rings, and Cal's going to keep playing and keep working out the kinks within their game.
Ooh, and Puff Morris, a little fancy defense right there. Heishman Orr has it sent the other way. Here come the Bears. Maul out of the corner. The ball ping-pongs around, finally into the hands of Morris. Puff. First points of the game for the freshman.
Puff scoops that basketball so the defender's not able to poke it from behind and finishes. Big bucket for the Bears.
And Jeff Cameron wants to use a timeout as he feels like this is a stage where he can't let Cal get any momentum.
Stepped up to the plate and met the assignment head on.
Barnes making the most of this opportunity at the free throw line, pushes it back up to a 6-point lead and make it 7. That is perfection at the line for her. Now 9 of 11 from the charity stripe on the year. Still a lot of time remaining, but St. Mary's not a team that can light it up from outside if they need threes to come back. Rejected by Walker. That is block number 2 in the game. A little Dikembe finger wag out of Sakima.
Man, gets her hand on that ball, looks at her, says, not in my paint. No, ma'am.
Foy, shot clock down to 3. Foy, ooh, I thought she might have traveled, but they let it go. She gets the bucket as the buzzer expires, and St. Mary's needed that in the worst way.
Right here, Cal has to be careful, take care of the basketball. St. Mary's looking to trap.
Ooh, Morris has it knocked free by Clark, who dives to the floor and then is able to get it away to Foy. So the Gaels have a chance to get it back to a 1-possession game. The 3 is good. They don't make a lot of them, but that one was huge for the Gaels.
They may not make a lot of them, but they have been timely this afternoon.
Whedon's got 8 points and has both of them made threes for St. Mary's in this game. Twidale wide open. That's a great find by Puff Morris. 9th time of the game for Puff. And Twidale, her 4th triple of the night, or the afternoon, matching her season high.
St. Mary's goes back into that zone, penetrate and kick. That's how you pick apart a zone.
Foy drives inside, gets a friendly roll. So the Gaels hanging on here. They've matched their season high in scoring in games against D1 opponents. Morris One dime away from her first double-digit assist night of her college career. And how about that? Appropriately gets assist number 10 to number 10.
Puff Morris just keeps her dribble, does not pick up the basketball under the hoop, drops off the dime right on time to Lulu.
And Twidale continues to be an offensive force for the Bears as she's up to 16 in the game.
Puff circles, looks, that's a great cut by Lulu Twidale. Puff with her head on a swivel, good finish.
Gaels needing an answer. Whedon. Schaaf. Barnes stays in front of her and then blocks it. Great defense by the freshman. Now Cal a chance to get it to a 3-possession game midway through this fourth quarter. Walker. Morris out of the corner for 3, too strong, but Walker's there to get the rebound. Twidale the 3, that won't drop. Out of bounds, it will be St. Mary's basketball. Latu's going to check back in with her 3 personals. Whedon will take a seat. Hunter. Didn't seem like Clark was ready for that basketball. Hunter got it right back. Hunter drives inside and unable to make anything happen. Morris comes away with it. Four rebounds to go along with the 10 assists for Puff. Just looking to add 3 more to the scoring column, cannot. St. Mary's still hanging in. But they've gone nearly 2.5 minutes without scoring. Clark wide open straight away. Won't fall. Walker pulls down her 8th rebound. Out of the corner. So St. Mary's still breathing here. Boyd. Couple of moves. Honestly, might have been one move too many. It looked like she had Lulu beat before she came back on that last move.
Yeah, she definitely had her there on the first move.
And Sharman Smith
Want to look for in his zone.
Maul gets it into Morris. St. Mary's tries to trap. Morris gets it away. Twidale out of the corner. It's a good look, but it won't drop. And St. Mary's keeps the drought going for the Bears, but can they end their own drought? Clark blocked by Walker. Oh, they're going to get Walker with the foul call. I thought it was clean, but the officials say otherwise. Sakima thought it was clean. Let's take another look. Oh, she got her with the arm. She got the arm. She got a lot of ball, but she got the arm too.
That angle looked a little bit, I don't know.
That angle looked more like all ball. In any case, Clark at the free throw line. And that ends a 3-minute and 20 scoring drought for St. Mary's.
And if Clark makes this free throw, look for St. Mary's to press.
Cal, meantime, has missed 5 straight shots. Walker into the corner. Morris all by herself. And you can't do that to Puff the Magic freshman.
Sakima Walker, man, that is a beautiful pass. Had her back turned facing towards Puff. Knew exactly where she was going to be. Big 3 for the Bears.
St. Mary's tries to get the answer, but Schaaf is too strong. And this is exactly the position the Gaels don't want to be in, needing to hit threes. It is not their forte. Walker can't get it to go. Foy. And Foy gets it back to a 5-point game. The crowd here, these kids, they're dying for Cal to get a three because they want it to be 6-7 on the scoreboard.
I think the lid might blow off this place if that happens.
Walker has other ideas. Sakima gets it to 21 in the game. We'll get a blocking foul here going against the Bears.
Now that's just a big-time pass by Walker. Finds Puff Morris in the corner. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and then Sakima doing what she's done all afternoon, dominating in the paint.
The numbers for Walker, she's actually got 23 now in the game, a career high, 9 rebounds. She's 1 board away from her second double-double of the season, which would be the second of her career. The Gaels need points, and they need them quickly. We're going to get an illegal screen here going against Schaaf. So the turnover against the Gaels, and the Bears starting to be able to breathe a little easier here. If you're Jeff Cameron, you go for a steal and probably got a foul, Ashley.
Yeah, really aggressive, try to get the stop, and then, yeah, not much time on the clock. Gotta get a quick one here.
They're not gonna foul, at least not yet. Great job of Cal by keeping the basketball away from all the defenders. And then finally, Maul does get fouled by Heishman-Orr. These Gaels not over the limit yet, so no free throws yet.
Yeah, I almost wish they would have took one quick, get that out the way, because now there's more time running off the clock, and they just don't have that.
Well, the Bears are quite happy with the way this is playing out. As precious seconds ticking away. Barnes inside, and why not? Sakima Walker, a couple more. 25 in the game. And Jeff Cameron's going to use a timeout, but the Cal Bears, stop me if you've heard this before, a late surge when it matters most. So put this one towards the win column.
I mean, they've gotten up teams big, and they've gotten down big, but one way or another, they have been able to find themselves, pulling themselves out of a hole, and Sakima Walker, she's done it all afternoon. Bucket after bucket, St. Mary's has not had an answer for her.
And the Cal Bears assist percentage is off the charts here today as well. 21 dimes on 26 makes. Sakima Walker, the beneficiary of a large percentage of those dimes.
And that's the dominance that I like to see out of Walker. Each game she's gotten better and better, more confident and more assertive in the post.
And we're going to get an offensive foul here against St. Mary's as Hunter couldn't get it in. Jeff Cameron can't believe it. So the Bears are going to get the basketball back. With a 9-point game, just 30 seconds left. Jeff Cameron's still shuffling the lineup, but I don't think there's enough time to make it worth playing the foul game. And now Sharman Smith is going to say, you know what, let's just take the timeout and advance the basketball. Let's not mess around with trying to inbound it in the backcourt and risk a sloppy turnover here, and that's a smart decision by Sharman.
Yeah, with the way that St. Mary's plays defense, you don't want to take any chances here. They're a team that can turn you over quick. We saw it happen at the end of the second quarter. So for them, for Cal, it's going to be taking care of the basketball, be ready for the foul to come, and St. Mary's got to get real active and aggressive quick, try to get a steal, and if not, a really quick foul.
St. Mary's, for them, as we mentioned, they're also going to Hoop Fest in Frisco, Texas. They'll take on Oregon and then North Texas while they're there. And you see the Cal Bears key conference schedule coming up. They already played Vandy, then they've got the 2 games in Frisco against Grand Canyon and Auburn. Then at Missouri, and then at Chase Center against USC. Twidale fouled quickly by Hunter. Lulu 16 in the game. Walker will check out, and her teammates giving her some high fives as she comes out. Sakima Walker, the grad student, a couple of years at South Carolina, won a national title. A reminder that the ACC network's featured men's basketball matchups coming up are Cameron Boozer and Duke taking on Howard, and then Louisville taking on Eastern Michigan Monday at 7. Don't forget you can catch all the ACC network action on the ESPN app. Bears get it back to an 11-point game. Count the bucket for Latu, and she'll have a chance for an and one.
And right there, Huff just gets her hand down, gets her hand stuck in the cookie jar. Not really a foul you want with 20 seconds left. Like the aggressiveness, but you got to keep them straight up.
Latu completes the 3-point play. And now the press by St. Mary's. Twidale will get hit on the arm by Latu. And that's going to be it for Latu. That's her 5th. Her afternoon is over. And Lulu with a chance now to get to her season high for scoring. Previous season high was 19. She's got 18 right now. Lulu had 24 in the matchup between these two teams here last year. Oh for 2, didn't see that coming. St. Mary's gets a quick corner 3, no good, and that should do it. Ball just needs to get it across midcourt, does. And the win streak has reached 16 at home against non-conference opponents for the Cal Bears as they win it 70-62. The good friends, Jeff Kamen